Hello, and welcome to this. Today I'm going to be having a conversation about the GOAT of basketball in the NBA. I guess you could say NBA GOAT, but probably NBA GOAT probably is the basketball GOAT. For now, anyway. Maybe a new league will show up, but I mean, that's a question for the future anyway. There might be a future GOAT, but I don't know if anyone could surpass the actual GOAT. And we're gonna get into that. So, GOAT is a four-letter word. Mike is a four-letter word. BRON is a four-letter word. But there's always a man forgotten. Kobe is a four-letter word. Kobe Bryant, a man familiar with many things that are, four-letter words. He's familiar with ball, for example. He's familiar with other four-letter words, like love, and other four-letter words. Can't really think of any off the top of my head. But look, Kobe Bryant is the greatest of all time. And there have been conversations that have been had about Michael Jordan, he's a great basketball player. He is really good. He's probably he might be the second best ever. And then there's also LeBron James, which I really don't even understand that. I don't understand why he's there. For example, like there's a place for him to be. It's in the in the same tier as Magic Johnson. I almost said Larry Bird, but I do think Bird is a little ahead of. I mean, it's controversial, but I do think that Bird is ahead of LeBron James and Magic Johnson and Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal, and I think Bird might be the second best player of all time. So I'm not criticizing LeBron, saying, oh, he's below Bird. I mean, LeBron, and I would say LeBron gets a lot of criticism.
This video is being brought to you in part by foulpranks.com, the home of crude, funny, and stupid. Foulpranks.com offers a wide selection of clothing with a ton of absolutely ridiculous t-shirts and hats. The designs are also used on cups, can coolers, and also flags. Foulpranks.com is also the best way to prank a friend, family member, or even coworker. Foulpranks will directly and 100% anonymously send the prank package of your choosing to your intended target. Each prank package comes with tissue paper inside of it to make it seem like there's something in there, a card that lets the victim know they've been pranked, and you have the option to add in a free personalized note. And finally, to make it all the more embarrassing, you have the option to have to make them sign for it by hand. If you have an immature sense of humor, foulpranks.com is the place for you. And you can use code INFINITE for 10% off.
Boy, he gets a lot of criticism. But it's rightfully deserved. And, Michael Jordan, he can be number 3, Jerry West also in the conversation, obviously, but, no, look, it's Kobe. He's the best. He's the greatest ever. I mean, when he dunks, I mean, that's another four-letter word of Kobe's. I mean, when he dunks, when he shots, I mean, we'll just, get rid of an O. I mean, who needs an extra O in a word? I love four-letter words, God. I mean, basketball, it's a game in and out of the game, in and on and off the court. You know, 4-letter words in these players. I mean, you know, when I think of, for example, when I think of LeBron and Jordan, I think cash. that's I mean, those brothers, man. Like, and I call them brother. You know, I am not African American. I do have, you know, I do have many African American friends, and I also, you know, I live in a spiritually predominantly African American community, and you know, with that, you're probably wondering, does he have the N-word pass? I have it, and I use it from time to time with my brothers. I certainly don't use the N-word on YouTube or around you know, white people. I'm not gonna do that. But with the brothers, I do, and I will say that look, there's the basketball, 4-letter words. You gotta love them, 4-letter words. So yeah, when I think of LeBron and Michael Jordan, I do think 4-letter word, which is cash. When I think bird, I mean, first of all, you know, I think bird. Not like his name Bird, but like the animal bird. When I think Shaq, well, Shaq, you know, it's another 4-letter word. I mean, 4-letter words in basketball, it's an unbreakable, you know, sort of bond. I mean, but Kobe, you know, there's no one particular 4-letter word I can think of, you know. No. You know, I can't. Besides, maybe love. You know, he's loved. I mean, he's a man who was, you know, he's in it. He loves. I mean, he loved the game of basketball. He loved his wife. He was faithful wife. That's another one. He loved his wife. He was faithful to her. I mean, that alone. Okay, I can't do this anymore. I still get emotional about it. At the end of the day, this is the point. GOAT is a 4-letter word. But so is Kobe.